these are the units we want on our side.
Predictable.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 characters from the Fire Emblem game series. For this list, we'll be focusing on a character's usefulness and personality, as well as their importance to the game and series at large. With literally hundreds of choices, this is no easy task. Also, we will not be including characters partially designed by the player, such as Robin the Avatar from Fire Emblem Awakening. But enough preparations, let's start the battle.
No more games. To the death!
Number 10, Anna, the Fire Emblem series. Even if others might get more attention, there's one character that has appeared in more Fire Emblem games than any other, Anna. Usually acting as the face of tutorial levels or as a shopkeeper, Anna and her many identical twin sisters with the same name are a staple in any Fire Emblem installment. Playable for the first time in the 2013 release Fire Emblem Awakening, the cheeky redhead appropriately starts off as a trickster, a speedy utility class that'll get you into any treasure chest you come across.
Thanks!
Number 9, Soren, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. Arguably the best magic user in both games he appears in, Soren is the taciturn and blunt strategist for the Grial mercenaries. Heavily jaded by the harsh treatment he received as a boy, Soren is fiercely loyal to the mercenaries' leader Ike, who saved him from starvation, and will follow him anywhere, no matter his own objections. If certain conditions are met in Radiant Dawn, it's revealed that, unbeknownst to himself or the world at large, Soren is the son of the Mad King Ashnard, the villain of Path of Radiance, and this makes him the rightful heir to the throne. Number 8, Ephraim, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. The protagonist of The Sacred Stones, a title he shares with his twin sister Erika, Ephraim is the first of Fire Emblem's Lord archetypes on our list, which usually refers to the royal-blooded main character of the game, and Ephraim is one of the only ones to start off wielding a lance. True to form, he's the prince of the kingdom Renace, which is unexpectedly invaded by its neighbor Grado. Ephraim takes a proactive approach, waging guerrilla warfare in Grado territory, winning enemy generals to his side and even capturing a castle with a mere 4 men. Number 7, Chrom, Fire Emblem Awakening.
Lisa, you better stand back.
Prince of Elise and leader of the militia group called the Shepherds, Chrom is one of the central heroes of Fire Emblem Awakening.
I see you're awake now.
Following the loss of his elder sister, spoiler alert, Chrom finds himself leading his country as well as its military when forces conspire to resurrect the fell dragon Grima. As the head of an army, players are forced to use Chrom, and it's just as well, since he's a decent powerhouse unit. With his central role in the game's story, trusting personality, and usability in battle, Chrom is a solid all-round character.
Right.
Number 6, Joshua, Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. A womanizing, gambling addict on paper doesn't sound like the best person, but this rakish swordsman and runaway prince has his redeeming features. Joshua left his privileged life to better connect with the people he was supposed to rule, and subsequently became involved in a mercenary group. Curiously, though his gambling habit leads him to cheat others out of their money, he's surprisingly honest about it. The rogue prince isn't without his serious moments, however. During the events of the Sacred Stones, Joshua must confront Kaelok, a former mercenary comrade who, depending on the path taken, killed Joshua's mother. Number 5, Hector, Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, a.k.a. Fire Emblem. Although a minor character in Binding Blade, Hector takes center stage in its prequel, Blazing Sword, better known in the Americas as simply Fire Emblem. Though unusually blunt for nobility, Hector is staunchly loyal to his longtime friend and fellow lord, Eliwood, joining him in his quest and getting caught up in the game's events. one of Blazing Sword's trio of protagonists. Along with Eliwood, Hector may be the most beastly of the lot, as well as one of the more dominant lords in the series in general, largely due to being built like a tank and using axes, which are powerful if less accurate. Number 4. Lucina, Fire Emblem Awakening.
What is this power?
Crom's daughter from the future, Lucina travels back in time to avert the end of the world and challenge fate. Though she's about as strong on the battlefield as her father, Lucina outstrips him slightly in terms of characterization, with her quest to save the world providing much of the impetus for the story of Awakening. Plus, her drive and interactions with her parents make her very sympathetic.
We can't let these things win. Now grab a sword and fight!
Her support conversations also hint at some rather amusing ideas about fashion. With all this going for her, in addition to being one of the more prominent female leads, it's no wonder she's become a standout of the franchise.
And now it is your turn to die!
Number 3. Lyndis, a.k.a. Lyn, Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, a.k.a. Fire Emblem. As one of the protagonists of the first Fire Emblem game marketed in the West, Lyn holds a fond place in the hearts of the series' fans. But there's more to her than simple nostalgia. Statistically built like a speedy swordsman, Lyn is essential in Blazing Sword, as she's the first lord available to players, giving her plenty of time to level up. Also, despite her royal lineage, she was raised among nomads famed for their honesty, and it is Lyn's forthright nature and passion for justice that wins her allies in the game and fans in real life. Number 2. Marth, Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light, and Mystery of the Emblem. The lead of the first Fire Emblem game, Marth remains iconic to the franchise, as his influence is felt both in the game's storyline, as he is the ancestor to Chrom and Lucina, and outside of the storyline due to his appearance in the Smash Bros. Fighting series, which served as many people outside of Japan's introduction to Fire Emblem. Everything about Marth, from his status as a young noble out to save the world to his use of swords, has had an impact on later protagonists. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
How to face Maker, Gregor Smash!
My lady.
Norian law is blunt on the subject of traitors. There is only one punishment.
Number 1. Ike, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn.
We are all family. We will try to understand one another, even when we disagree.
Unlike the majority of Emblem lords, Ike was not born a noble, but attains that rank through his deeds. Thrust into a leadership role after the death of his father, Ike leads a mercenary band through trials ranging from restoring a princess to her throne to eventually confronting a literal goddess. Ike's heroic journey may be the best written in the series, since his relatively sheltered upbringing means that the player gets to experience everything through his eyes. His well-written character arc, combined with his strong stats and appearance in the Smash Bros. Titles, have ensured Ike's status as a hero among heroes in the Fire Emblem series.
But well, you show us what we should aspire to.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite character in Fire Emblem?
You deserve better from me than one sword in a world of troubles.
For more fiery, emblematic top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
This is no time for me to rest. I'll fight at your side.